of you. Now dairy farm, dairy technology. Last class we know that some syllabus regarding the syllabus. Now this hour we will see at least some extent the dairy farm covering the production, processing and distribution of milk. Yes, what is that? Production, processing and distribution of milk and milk products also. That is unique in its importance as it is concerned with the valuable foodstuffs universally consumed by man. Milk is the fresh lacteal secretion of animals naturally and finally intended for the nourishment of the offspring, but exploited as an article of food by human beings. Generally, milk is secreted by cows, animals. Okay, naturally that process will be happen, but now that was exploited as an article of food by human beings. So the dairy farm concerning with the production, processing and distribution of milk and milk products, that is unique in its importance as it is concerned with the valuable foodstuffs universal.
చాలా మంది ట్రై చేస్తున్నారు సార్.
అవునా? ఓకే, yes, okay, we will come back. Yes, only one people ante. Yes, I admitted.
సార్ సోమశేఖర్ ఆల్సో సార్.
ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి నేను ఇలా ఓపెన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ వాళ్ళు ఏదన్నా కనపడితే నేను అడ్మిట్ చేస్తాను. ఆ టయానికి వాళ్ళు కనపడడం లేదే. ఎస్, ఎవరో అస్మా, ఎస్, షీ జాయిన్డ్ నౌ అట్లా. బట్ ప్రాబబ్లీ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ప్లీజ్ బీ ఇన్ ద కరెక్ట్ టైం. ఎస్, సరే, ఎనీబడి ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ outside of our window you may ask me, I will admit them. Yes, dairy farm is concerning with what? Production, processing and distribution of milk. Okay, yes. Now some other people. Yes, now the 26 people are here. Slowly one by one other people are coming. 27. Okay, good. Now especially that is a natural process and secreted by the cattle, cows, and they will give the nourishment to their young ones but not to the humans. You try to understand this point. The production and secretion of milk is by cow is not for human. It is meant for to their young ones. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఒకరు చెప్పండి, ఎవరన్నా నేము, ఒక అబ్బాయి పేరు చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు అబ్బాయి పేరు ఎవరన్నా ఫాస్ట్గా. ఆన్లైన్లో ఎవరు లేరే మీరు అబ్బాయిలు? సరే, అమ్మాయిలు ఎవరన్నా పేరు చెప్పండి. హలో, వినపడుతుందా? హలో, వినపడుతుందా?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఒక పేరు చెప్పండి అంటే ఎవరు చెప్పండి, ఏం లేదే. ఇక్కడ దట్ కౌ నాట్ meant for you to give the milk to you. ఆ కౌ మిల్క్ని ఎందుకు సెక్రెట్ చేస్తుందంటే నాట్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ టు యూ, నీ కోసం కాదు. దేనికోసం చేస్తుంది అది? దేనికోసం చేస్తున్నాయమ్మా?
their young ones.
For their young ones only, to nourish their young ones properly. That's why they are giving their feeding. మనమేం చేస్తున్నా? No, we are not agreed to give their milk to their young ones. We have to take their milk. So now here the young ones of other mammals survive only upon their own mother's milk, but man uses milk of other mammals. Most of the all animals, they can survive by taking their milk from their mothers only, their mother animal only. But now man is totally dependent on all other mammals, all other animals to get a milk. I think ఇది చెప్పడానికి డిఫరెంట్ కనిపించడం లేదా? So that man now here is totally depending on others mammal to get a milk. Anyhow, but man uses milk of other animals or mammals as additional source of nutrients for his offspring as well as for himself also. So man also uses mammalian milk for a variety of preparations. Yes, ఏమైనా పేర్లు గుర్తున్నాయా? Curd, and another one is a butter, cheese, sweet, etc. for the preparation of all things. Man is using milk of other mammals. For the proper and regular supply of milk, man has domesticated a number of mammals. The only mammals which have received attention worth the name are cows, goats, buffaloes. So cows, goats, buffaloes are the good mammals. They can able to give milk, which will give the maximum nutrients to the human being. The other animals like sheep, camel, and asses and mares are milked in certain confined localities, but as a producers of milk, they are of little importance. Another, the dairy cattle thrive best in areas where pasturage and other green forays are grown in abundance. Extremely cold climates are not suitable because of the lack of green forage and much expenses for protecting the animals from that weather. So the modern dairy industry is somewhat recent in origin. In earlier phase, cows were kept to furnish milk for farm family. So the marketing of milk began when customers called at the farm of farmers to distribute their milk directly to users. Within the past 100 years, advances along 5 different lines have caused milk and milk products to become important articles of commerce. Yes, మీకు వాయిస్ వినపడుతుందా?
Sir.
Now the dairy cattle thrive best in areas where pasturage and other green forage are grown in abundance. You listen again it. Extremely cold climates are not suitable. Extremely cold climates are not suitable because of the lack of green forage, where we are unable to find the green forage. Hence, the climatic conditions may not be suitable for this dairy cattle, and much expenses for protecting that animal from that weather. So the extreme cold climates are not be good for the dairy cattle. The modern dairy industry is somewhat recent in origin. In earlier phase, cows were kept to furnish milk for the farm family. Yes. So, in earlier phase, cows were kept to furnish milk for the family. The marketing of milk began when customers called at the farm of farmers to distribute their milk directly to users. Within the past 100 years, advances along 5 different lines have caused milk and milk products to become important articles of commerce. Generally, this is a common photograph, a dairy cattle. Here, the processing of milk by factory system was now started in the middle of 19th century. Earlier to 19th century, no farm. So, from the 19th century onwards, the processing of milk by the factory system was started and resulting in greater uniformity of product. A number of technological advances like concentrating milk and sealing it in container in sterile conditions. What is the need to go for sterility conditions? Because of microorganisms will be there. If it is not sterilized properly, they may cause the breakdown of milk, spoiling of milk, etc. Hence, sterile conditions are needed for sealing a milk in the milk container. Now the distribution of milk in bottles and other advanced processing of milk began. The first milk sold in towns and cities came from nearby farms. The first milk sold in towns and cities came from nearby farms. The knowledge of refrigeration of milk not only aided in keeping milk fresh for a longer period but also made possible the shipping of dairy products to all parts of the world. So, what will be the first point here? The processing of milk by factory was, that particular factory system was begun or started in the middle of 19th century. A number of technological advances like concentrating milk and sealing it in the container in a sterile conditions, distribution of milk in bottles and other advanced processing of milk began. The first milk sold in towns and cities came from nearby farms. The knowledge of refrigeration of milk not only aided in keeping milk fresh for a longer period but also made possible in shipping of dairy products to all parts of the world. Now in earlier days, the method of transporting milk to large cities was to ship it on the railways. The motor vehicles and the paved roads made possible the supplying of fresh milk to the markets hundreds of kilometers distant from farms where the milk is produced. Now, the adoption of pasteurization and enforcement of laws requiring a proper food value in dairy products greatly benefited the entire dairy industry. So, what will be the few important points we have to remember? The processing of milk by the factory system was started in the middle of the 19th century, resulting in greater uniformity of product. Now, a number of technological advances like concentrating milk and sealing the milk in the container in sterile conditions, distribution of milk in bottles and other advanced processing of milk began. So, the first milk sold in towns and cities came from nearby farms. The knowledge of refrigeration of milk not only aided in keeping milk fresh for a longer period but also made possible the shipping of dairy products to all parts of the world. Another one, in earlier days, the method of transporting milk to large cities was to ship it on railways. The motor vehicles and paved roads made possible the supplying of fresh milk to markets hundreds of kilometers distance from farms where the milk is produced. Okay. Anyhow, the adaptation of pasteurization and the enforcement of law requiring proper food value in dairy products greatly benefited the entire dairy industry. Now, breeds of dairy animals. I think this is the complete information regarding how to write the dairy farm. Breeds of dairy animals. The number of well recognized cow breeds in India is about 50. Gurtupetukondi, how many types are here? How many well recognized cow breeds which are available in India is about 50. In addition, a large number of other types are also there, but which do not conform to any definite breed characteristics exist and are treated as non-descripts. But well-known identified ones are here 50. You remember that. But more than that, other animals are also there. But they don't have any definite breed characteristics exist and are treated as non-descripts. Okay. The principal breeds of cows are Haryana. You listen it. Kankres, Ongole, Rath, Dioni, Gir, and Kangayam. Okay. Once again, I repeat. All of you also please loudly say, reply it. Okay. Number one is the principal breeds of cows are Haryana. Yes. Repeat it. Haryana. Yes. Kankres. ఒక్క అబ్బాయి అయినా పలికేది. వాట్ అబౌట్ ఆల్ అదర్స్? ఒంగోల్, రాత్, RATH, రాత్, డియోని, DEONI, డియోని, గిర్, GIR, గిర్, కంగాయం, KANGAYAM, కంగాయం. So all these are the variety of principal breeds. Importantly, these breeds are here. Dioni is found in the locality of northwestern and western parts of Hyderabad. Dioni ekkadaga undanta? That Dioni is now found in the locality of north western and western parts of Hyderabad and are good milkers in that region. Good milkers in that region. Okay. Goyalova is a common in Wardha. Wardha is the name of a place. Goyalova is the name of breed. And Chhindwara districts. Another one is a Gir. Dioni is over. Now Gir is a good milker and found in Kataiwar. Gir is also a good milker and found in Kataiwar, Rajputana and Baroda regions. Rajputana and Baroda regions. సరే చెప్పండి, గోయాలోవా అనేటువంటిది ఎక్కడ బాగా ఉంది? Yes, Goyalova is a common in Wardha and Chhindwara districts. Another one is a Gir. Gir is a good milker and found in Kataiwar, Rajputana and Baroda regions. Now Haryana is a very good milker. Haryana, not the name of a place. Haryana is the name of breed. Haryana ante place kadamma. Haryana ante me, it is the name of a breed. Evantuna? It is the name of a breed. It is a very good milker found in the vicinity of Rohtak, Hisar, Kamal, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. So in all these places, that will be the good milker. That is the Haryana. Another one is Kankres. Is a common in southeast of Ran of Kutch and Ahmedabad region and is a fair milker. And now I think anybody can say this. Ongole. Ongole is not a name of the city or a place or town in Andhra Pradesh. It is the name of breed. It is also a good milker found in Guntur districts. Ongole is also a good milker and found in Guntur districts. So Rath is a fairly good milker which is found from Rajasthan to northwestern part. That is a Rath. Sahiwal ఎక్కువ అడుగుతూ ఉంటారా Sahiwal and Sindhi. Sahiwal and Sindhi are very good milker found in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, this Haryana is the name of place, but here this Haryana is not the name of a place, that is a breed there. Okay, you remember that. So once again I repeat all those things. All of you also have to re-voice, give the answers. The principal breeds of cows are చెప్పండి Haryana, Congress. Yes, no problem. All the people immediately, no problem, you may ask and you also give the response. Okay, again Haryana, Congress, Ongole, Rath, Dioni, Gir, Kangayam. Okay, Chal. I think all these are the different breeds which are principally present at now. Now Dioni, that is found in the locality of northwestern and western parts of Hyderabad. Dioni ane padam ragane, that is belong to the Hyderabad. At least somewhat we have to remember it. Okay, and good milkers in that region. Another one is a Goya Lova. That is also common in Wardha and Chindwara districts. Gir is a good milker and found in Kathaiwa, Rajputna and Baroda regions. Haryana is a very good milker found in the vicinity of Rohtak, Hisar, Kamal, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Now Kankrej is a common in southeast of Rana of Kutch and Ahmedabad region and is fair milker which is found from Rajasthan to northwestern part. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పే పదం ఎప్పుడు వింటా ఉంటారు సాహివాలి and Sindhi. So Sahiwal and Sindhi, they are the very good milker found in Punjab. Very good. గుంటూరులో ఏముందిరా ఒంగోలు లేదు, ఒంగోలు బ్రీడ్ ఇస్ దే. తెలియని వాళ్ళు గుంటూరులో ఒంగోలు ఉంది అంటే తప్పు. ఒంగోలు బ్రీడ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ గుంటూరు. ఓకే, ఒంగోలు బ్రీడ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ Guntur district. Rath is also fairly good milker which is found from Rajasthan to northwestern part. Sahiwal and Sindhi are very good milker found in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Now the feeding stuff for dairy cattle may be broadly classified into ruggeds and concentrates. The rugged consists of succulent feeds, that is a natural grazing, cultivated grasses, cultivated fooders and root crops and dry fooders. Dry fooders means hay, straw, chaff. The concentrates consist of carbohydrates rich materials. They are oil, seed cake and meals. In addition to rugged and concentrates, dairy animals also require a certain amount of common salt to keep them in good condition. Once again, the same paragraph, all of you listen. What is that? The feeding stuff for dairy cattle may be broadly classified into rugged and concentrates. What are the rugged? Rugged consists of succulent feeds. What are the succulent feeds? A natural grazing and cultivated grasses, cultivated fooders and root crops. All this will come under rugged. And another one here is dry fooders. Dry fooders, they are now nothing but dry fooders, hay, straw, chaff. The concentrates consist of carbohydrates rich materials, oil, seed cake and meals, etc. In addition to ruggeds and concentrates, dairy animals also require a certain amounts of common salt to keep them in good condition. Okay. Now, what about milk? So now the milk is produced by the mammary glands, which are specialized skin glands. The actual secretion of milk by mother is stimulated at birth by lactogenic hormone, that is a prolactin or galactogen or prolactin. Prolactin hormone in generally that is meant for to produce the milk, lactogenic hormone. If prolactin hormone is not there even in humans also, what will be happen? Milk production may not be happen. Okay. So which comes from pituitary gland located at the bottom of brain. Adrenal hormones also are essential for lactation. During gestation, the production of lactogenic hormones from pituitary is inhibited by the presence of another hormone, that is estrogen, that disappears at birth. Now in some mammals, the stimulus of sucking offsprings serves through the nervous system to stimulate the secretion of lactogen. Yes. What is that? Here, milk is produced by the mammary glands, now which are specialized skin glands. The actual secretion of milk by the mother is stimulated at birth by a lactogenic hormone. That lactogenic hormone name here is a prolactin. That is secreted by anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Now, that gland is located at the bottom of brain. So, there is a pituitary gland. I think it will have a 3 lobes, anterior, middle, posterior. The anterior and the middle are both together are called as a adenohypophysis. That adenohypophysis is an anterior lobe of pituitary gland, produces a prolactin, a hormone. That prolactin hormone is a lactogenic hormone that can induce the production of milk. Okay. Yes. During gestation, the production of lactogenic hormone from pituitary gland is inhibited because of there is a presence of another hormone called as a estrogen. Estrogen, a hormone, will be high in amounts during gestation period. In such conditions, that prolactin hormone will be prevented. Once that birth is over, the estrogen hormones slowly will disappear. So immediately that prolactin is secreted by anterior lobe of pituitary gland, that will immediately involved in the synthesis and the production of milk in the mammary gland or milk gland. Okay. Even if baby sucks the nipple of mother, That also will give the sensation to the mother, that is here mother animal. Not only the mother animal, even in the human beings also, the same kind of sensation may be given by sucking of their nipple by their children, babies. Automatically they produce us milk. Okay, they will get stimulate and they initiate the production of milk through the nervous system to stimulate the secretion of lactogen. Yes, dairy farmers milk their cows every 12 hours, usually by machine. So a glass tube takes the milk directly from the cow's teat. Yes, I think all people are now not able to collect the milk from teat of a cow. Sometimes man-made activities may be reason for spoiling of milk also. ఏమంటున్నా man-made activities. If man touches all the milk, I think that milk also may be spoiled fastly and quickly. So, and it is very difficult to collect the milk from all thousands and hundreds and thousands of cows at a time in a dairy farm. So there will be a particular a glass tube takes the milk directly from the cow's teat to a separate milk house. This arrangement protects the milk from organisms in the air and preserves its taste and cleanliness also. So that milk is directly will enter into the milk house from the teat of that organism. So maximum entry of microorganism from atmosphere and from surrounding environment also may not be possible to that, because of from directly the teat of that organism milk is entering into the milk house is by a glass tube. That kind of arrangement will be there. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా డైరీ ఫామ్ చూస్తే ఒక 100 or thousands ఆఫ్ క్యాటిల్స్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, అప్పుడు అన్ని అనిమల్స్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి పర్సన్స్ మిల్క్ తీస్తారు అనుకుంటున్నారా? ఎవరు రెస్పాండ్ కావడం లేదే? వినపడుతుంది కదా? ఓకే, చెప్పాలమ్మా గట్టిగా, ఎందుకంటే మార్నింగ్ కూడా అన్ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్గా నెట్ కనెక్షన్ వాజ్ ఇంటరప్టెడ్ for few minutes. That's why I am asking now. Yes, is it visible and audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
ఇప్పుడు hundreds of cows are there, hundreds of buffaloes are there in a dairy farm, but people are there. Untara? Sufficient number of people are there to collect the milk directly from them. So I think collection of milk by the man from all these cattle or cows or buffaloes etc. may not be possible. Okay. If man is involved, milk also may get contamination. They may not be stored for a longer period. Okay. Since in the year 1950s, dairy farms in the United Kingdom have become more concentrated, with fewer farms producing increased volumes of milk. A very limited number of farms producing increased volumes of milk because of following this advanced technology. Anyhow, processing of milk. Yes, milk is there collected by the glass tube directly into the milk house. Okay, now the milk is available. What will happen? Now the processing of milk is now needed. In advanced countries, a major part of the milk that is processed and rendered safe before distributing to the consumer. I think users are at somewhere, consumers are at somewhere, but producers are at somewhere, dairy farm is at somewhere. Between them a lot of distance will be there, and the time taken process to supply a healthy milk to all the consumers, and keeping it in a good quality, good way is also more important until to reach the last consumer also. Okay. Among the methods employed, one is pasteurization. Yes. Pasteurization means anybody in the class? Yes. What about Akila? Yes. Pasteurization means here applying heat for the minimum period necessary to destroy the microbial organisms. To kill all the microbial organisms, we will apply the heat up to certain time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, depending on the quality, depending on the quantity of that milk, and depending on the intensity of heat, depending on the degree of heat, etc. So according to the procedure, we have to give that heat is to be given to that milk, and finally all microorganisms are going to be destroyed immediately. Microorganisms are maximum completed. Microorganisms are going to be dying. Yes, microorganisms are completed here, especially what will happen when we apply the heat? When we apply the heat, what will happen?
The microorganisms
are going to be destroyed immediately. The killing of microorganism by applying the heat is called pasteurization. Okay, that is the technique. This consists of applying heat for the minimum period necessary to destroy the microbial contaminations. So the temperature being high enough to kill them, but not so high has to affect the chemical and physical characteristic of the nutritive value of milk. If we provide a prolonged high temperature to the milk, what will happen? The physico-chemical properties and characteristic features of milk is with the nutritive value of milk also will be destroyed. Yes. Our aim here is to kill the microorganism. That's why we are applying more and more heat to the milk. Means that doesn't give the meaning. Means simply microorganisms will destroy, and physico-chemical properties and the nutrient value of milk also will be destroyed if we give unnecessary high temperature for that milk for a longer period. Yes, okay. Yes, చెప్పండి గట్టిగా వినపడుతుంది కదా? Two methods are here. Two methods of pasteurization, they are in use. One is holding tinned flask high temperature short time. High temperature short time. ఏమంటున్నా? High temperature short time. Now that is in the holding method. Now the milk is heated from 140 to 150 degree Fahrenheit. Held at that temperature for 30 minutes are rapidly cooled to 50 degree Fahrenheit. So we are providing nearly 150 degree Fahrenheit temperature for 30 minutes, and are rapidly cooled it to 50 degree Fahrenheit. So we are providing nearly 150 degree Fahrenheit for a period of 30 minutes to the milk, and immediately we cooling it is up to 50 degree Fahrenheit, held at that temperature for 10 to 20 seconds. So within 20 seconds of time maximum, that high temperature one is now going to be cooled is at 50 degree Fahrenheit, and cooled immediately to 50 degree Fahrenheit. So that is called as a high temperature short time. High temperature short time. Yes, in the high temperature short time method, the milk is heated from 160 to 162 degree Fahrenheit. Held at that temperature for 10 to 20 degrees seconds and cooled immediately to 50 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Now, holding pasteurization gives a safe and satisfactory product. Pasteurization does not affect the concentrations of vitamin A and vitamin D, or another one is a riboflavin. So pasteurization does not affect the concentrations of vitamin A and vitamin D and riboflavin also. Yes, about 25% of thiamine and 50% of ascorbic acid are destroyed. You have to remember this. 25% of thiamine and 50% of ascorbic acid are destroyed among the other milk processing methods in irradiation by ultraviolet developed in Germany during World War II is of interest. Irradiation increases the vitamin D content of the milk also. So once again, from here to here, holding pasteurization gives a safe and a satisfactory product. Okay, if we do the pasteurization, indirectly we feel that all microorganisms present in that milk are destroyed. Okay, hence we will get a satisfactory product. Pasteurization does not affect the concentrations of vitamin A and vitamin D, or other one is riboflavin also. About 25% of thiamine and 50% of ascorbic acid are destroyed. Among other milk processing methods in irradiation by ultraviolet light developed in Germany during World War II is of interest. Irradiation increases the vitamin D content of the milk. Okay. Anyhow, marketing and distribution, that also one of the another one. In urban areas, nearly 60 to 70% of the total milk requirements is produced within the municipal limits. The rest is obtained from adjoining rural area. Only 6 to 8% of the total milk, only 6 to 8% of the total milk produced in the country is transported from rural to urban centers for consumption as a milk and milk products. And nearly 2/3 of milk received from outside the municipal limits comes from within 8 to 15 kilometers of the towns, and remaining 1/3 from beyond that distance. So a part of the milk consumed in large cities like Calcutta, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi and others, it is obtained from localities situated at a distance of even 75 kilometers also. Some successful efforts have been made to organize the production and marketing of milk on a cooperative basis. Now, what that word was here? Cooperative basis. So now cooperative societies are slowly developed in India. Cooperative banks are there, cooperative societies are there. Such things we will do in the next class. And prices. The price of a milk varies to a great extent from place to place. In rural areas, there is practically no good market facility for fluid milk. The milk left over after meeting the demands of the producer's family is converted into butter, ghee, and another one is a kova. So these products are sold at weekly markets at prices largely determined by the distance of the market from that village. Okay. As a rule, cow milk is cheaper than buffalo milk. But it may not be true for all the time and or for all the places. What are the milk products? కొన్ని చెప్పండి. అమ్మాయిలు బయటికి వెళ్ళగానే అందరూ కూడా మిల్క్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ పైన కూడా ఉంటారు. చెప్పండి, వాట్ ఆర్ ద మిల్క్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? హలో, వినపడుతుంది కదా అందరికి?
Cheese, butter, sir.
Cheese, butter is there, condensed milk is there, milk powder is there, curd is there. Okay, all are the milk products and make the dairy farming a highly attractive industry. Now dahi ante that is nothing but a curd. It is prepared by souring milk with a lactic acid. చూడండి, souring milk with a lactic acid starter, which is usually curd of the previous day. Now for the preparation of a curd, milk is first boiled and cooled from 60 to 70 degree Fahrenheit. Further, starter is added and is kept untouched. Thus curd becomes ready for consumption in 10 to 12 hours. Curd contains 0.6 to 1.0% titratable acid expressed as a lactic acid. It has a lactic flavor and a compact smooth texture. Its composition varies with the quality of milk used, the types of organisms present in the starter, and the time allowed for souring. Once again we will see from here, that is dahi means curd. Dahi means curd. Dahi ante emanala? Curd. Okay na? Dahi means curd. It is prepared by souring milk with a lactic acid starter, which is usually curd of the previous day. For the preparation of a curd, milk is first boiled and cooled from 60 degree to 70 degree Fahrenheit. Further, starter is added and is kept untouched. Thus curd becomes ready for consumption in 10 to 12 hours. So curd contains 0.6 to 1% titratable acid, that is expressed as a lactic acid. It has a lactic flavor and a compact smooth texture. Its composition varies with the quality of a milk used, the types of organisms present in that starter, and the time allowed for souring. Here, the organisms present in the curd are mainly streptococci. That is a Streptococcus thermophilus type. All of you listen and try to see what are the bacteria which are going to be used, microorganisms which are going to be used. Streptococci. Okay, Streptococcus thermophilus type. And Lactobacillus casei, that is a curd is normally consumed at the place of production. Curd contains, this is more important, 84.79% water is there, 7.7% fat is there, 3.4% protein, 4.6 lactose, 0.7 to 0.8% lactic acid, 0.7% mineral, 0.12% calcium, 0.95% phosphorus. Yes, మనమందరం కర్డ్ తింటా ఉంటాం, మనకు తెలుసు. కర్డ్ తింటూ ఉన్నామనే విషయం మాత్రమే తెలుసు. I think we know all of we are eating curd, but we don't know what is the composition of curd. Yes, the curd compositions are here. 84.79% water, 7.7% fat, 3.4% protein, 4.6% lactose, 0.7 to 0.8% lactic acid. and 0.7% mineral, 0.12% calcium, 0.95% phosphorus. Which one is the more? చెప్తారా? వాటర్ ఈజ్ దే. కర్డ్ తింటే మనకు లిపిడ్స్ ఎక్కువగా వస్తాయేమో అని మనం అనుకుంటుంటాం, బట్ కర్డ్లో కూడా లిపిడ్ కంటెంట్ నియర్లీ 7.7% ఓన్లీ. ద రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్స్ ఆర్ నియర్లీ వాటర్ ఈజ్ 84.79%. ఓకే, ప్రోటీన్ ఈజ్ 3.4% protein and 4.6% lactose is there. Anyhow, now come to the cream. Cream. What is that cream? Cream is a fat containing fraction separated from milk by centrifuging the liquid milk. So the separator commonly employed here consists of bowl with a large number of conical discs arranged one above the other with intervening spaces. Milk enters through an opening in the center, and as the bowl is rotated 3000 to 20,000 rpm, rotate per minute, the lighter fraction, which is cream, is driven towards the tropical countries. For common people, ghee is produced in India according to the traditional process involving sore curding of milk, recovering butter and heating the butter to remove water. Desi butter is preferred to creamy butter, as ghee obtained from the farmer is melted into ghee at once or after storage up to 10 days. So it may be partially dehydrated and later converted into ghee according to the demand of market. The temperature employed for clarifying butter varies from 80 to 125 degrees centigrade. Shorter exposure to 120 degrees centigrade does not interfere with the formation of grain, nor does it diminish the keratin and vitamin A contents of the ghee. So to ensure proper grain formation, the tins to which ghee is transferred should be kept undisturbed and cooling should be allowed to take place gradually. Anyhow, the appearance of color and grain structure, yes, influences its market value. The ghee of cow is yellow and that of buffalo is whitish. The grain in buffalo ghee is bigger than that of cow ghee. The composition of ghee varies according to the composition of milk which is derived. So here ghee is mainly used for cooking, frying and taking directly with the food materials. Ghee is subjected to extensive adulteration in the trade. So like this, another things are also here. Malai is there, condensed milk is there, kova is there, cheese is there. All these are now the products of dairy. Antena? Yamma, vintunara?
Yes, sir.
Anga ఏమున్నాయంటున్నాం? కండెన్స్డ్ మిల్క్ ఒకటి ఉంది, కోవా is also there, cheese is also there. All are nothing but they are developed from, produced from milk as a milk products. Okay, ఇంతవరకు విన్నారంత చక్కగా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, కాకపోతే దిస్ ఈజ్ critical one. From tomorrow onwards we will see what are the technologies are employed in now in dairy farming, dairy technology, ఇదంతా కూడా మనం చూస్తాం. ఓకే, ఆల్రెడీ టుడే we will see today already we know that some breeds are there. షాహీవాలి పేరు ఇన్నెట్లు గుర్తుందా ఇప్పుడన్నా? Just now today in this hour we discussed it. It is a good milker in Punjab. Ongole, but not the place, in Andhra Pradesh. It is the name of breed present in Guntur district. Okay, so like that we learn some information regarding the type of breeds today, and in the coming classes we will do all the things. Okay, Emma?
Okay, sir.
అందరికి వినపడిందా?
Yes, sir.
యాస్, గట్టిగా చెప్పండి.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే ఓకే, నేను స్టాప్ చేస్తున్నామా ఇంకా? Okay, I can stop it now.